Hello all, we are here for one more lesson of this training course of the software 4MCAD, and the topic for today will be setting up a drawing. So without any more delays, I would like to show you a couple of functionalities to make this setup. And the idea with this lesson it is to clarify and to explain you how to specify individual settings when you create a new drawing or when you want to modify the settings in a drawing created from a template. Okay, again, the topic of the template. So there are a couple of things. Some of them I will show you here, but we still did not mention what they do. And in this case we have the layers. The layers, we will have lessons specific for this topic, but at least for now I will tell you that we can set the current layer, and this can be done in several ways. The first one, it is, for example, to come to this icon here, explore layers, and this is the dialog box for the layers where you can say which it is the current layer. And now we have only these two by default, but we can create others. Okay, this is one way to call this dialog box, but you can also come to format and then explore drawings, and you get the same dialog box. Or even if you write down this command that you see here, xplayers, and enter, and you'll get also the same dialog box. So after you get this dialog box, you have a list of layers, then you click on the one you want to turn as or make as current, or click with the right mouse button and say current. Okay, a lot of ways to do this. Now you have a lot of settings that are collected in the same space, and you can access this by tools menu. Then you have these drawing aids, and you get this dialog box that has a lot of tabs, and we want to see a couple of things inside these settings. There are more that we are going to see later, but for this particular lesson, let us see some of these. The first one, it is how to set up the current color for entities. Okay, and for that you have this tab called Entity Creation, and here you can set a lot of things besides the layer. Okay, that you can set also. You can set the line type. Okay, you can choose from whatever you have here, and this has some functionality or a way to function about line types, that they are not all loaded, so you have to load line types to the memory of the program. For example, this is the box for the line type control, so you can make add line types, and then, for example, you can come to one of these. You have a big list. For example, this one, border, and just do OK. And now this new style is available for you to choose. So if you come to here, drawing aids, the same place, then you can choose another style. So you can add as many line types as you want. So you can define which one is the line type, and by default is the by layer. You can set also the line weight, okay, which is in fact the thickness, You can set the print style. That is something that we are going to see later also, and the print style is a group of configurations to make the printing. You can set the color, so you can choose the color and make it also as by default. So for example, okay, this did not change because in terms of the color you have here the bilayer. It is something that I will show you later also. You can set this line type scale also, which is something that for these line types, the border, when you have these not continuous line types, sometimes the scale influences the way that these lines are shown, because the gap between the different small lines maybe is too small or too big, and you cannot see it. For example, let's make a line. Okay, you see the gap here. It is something like this. But if I come here and say, I will do this on a different way. If I change the properties, I have one line type scale, and I will, instead of 1, which is the natural scale, I will make it 2, and you see the difference here. Okay, so the line type scale, it is something that influences the way this is shown. Okay, again, the drawing aids. Let us turn back to this. So line type scale. We have also another important thing under the drawing units, and you can set also, choosing here linear units, you can set the type of units which you want to work, and the precision are the number of decimal places. Okay, as you can see here. You can set also the angular units, again the same, and the precision, so it's basically the same. And you can set 2 more things, which are entity creation. You have this, the text, and the text, it is something that you can define also the style and the text height. This is influenced because when you try to make a text, then by default you have this value here. And for last, you have something which are the drawing limits, and the drawing limits are under, let me 1 second, entity creation, not this one. Where are they? 1 second, please. Yeah, here, sorry. Limits. The limits, it is something that you can define. For example, lower 0, then you can say for 20 to define A3 format to 97. So, okay. Now I will make to show you what this does. I will make a rectangle with the exact same measurement. It doesn't matter the style. Okay, so I've defined limits which correspond to this rectangle here. So what this does is when you activate the limits, the program does not let you draw outside these limits. As you can see, I've drawn outside, because the limits, even that they are defined, they are not turned on. So if I go here, so limits, okay, you've seen this, okay. So these allow input beyond limits, Now if I try to draw outside, I'm clicking, so does not allow me, but if I click inside I cannot, or inside I can, outside I cannot. So this is something also interesting, okay, and it is a functionality that allow you to have a little more control over the area that you want to work. So these are the ideas I had to explain you about how to set up a drawing. So any comments or questions, please, through the usual channels.